Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Krishna Chaitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on October 31st, 2020 in Sri Mayapur, India.
Now we'll continue the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu class.
So now we will continue with the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu class. Today's topic is the part 2 of Nityananda Prabhu breaks the sannyas rod.
एक वस्तु दुई भाग भक्ति बुझाइते गौरचंद्र जानी सबे नित्यानंद हईते. One divine Lord have become two.
One divine Lord had become two
To teach bhakti devotional service.
to teach bhakti, devotional service.
One can know Lord Gaurachandra only through Lord Nityananda.
One can know Lord Gaurachandra only through Lord Nityananda. Swayam Rupa and Swayam Prakash are one, just as each of the Chatur Vyuha, the quadruple expansions, are one. The most worshipable Sri Gaur Sundar is Swayam Rupa, and Sri Nityananda, the topmost devotee, is Swayam Prakash. By following only the path of regulative principles, the worship of Gaur Sundar is hindered. And also, by transgressing Sri Nityananda, the service of Sri Gaur Sundar is hindered. Sri Nityananda assists in Sri Gaur Sundar's preaching of ecstatic love of God in 10 different forms. Only Sri Nityananda is able to reveal to the world the mystery of Sri Chaitanya's acceptance of Ekadanda in the position of being without danda, his acceptance of Tridhanda. The Srimad Bhagavatam has prescribed for the devotees of Vishnu the process of accepting Tridhanda. Only the Tridhandis are able to actually attain the stage of Paramahamsa, whereas Ekadandis preaching the mundane concept of impersonalism cannot understand their own position. Sri Nityananda Prabhu alone is able to reveal many of the favorable items of devotional consideration, spiritual consideration, like the characteristics and differences found in the Ekadhanda, which is a combined Jiva Dhanda with the Tridhanda of the Vedic Sanatana Dharma, and how oneness can be the combination of many.
So Lord Chaitanya expanded himself into Gauranga and Nityananda.
So Lord Chaitanya expanded himself into Gauranga and Nityananda.
This way, the two of them are teaching how to render devotional service.
In this way, the two of them are teaching how to render devotional service.
Lord Chaitanya is known as the Vishwa Vaishnava Raj.
Lord Chaitanya is also known as the Vishwa Vaishnava Raj.
He is the king of all the Vaishnavas.
He is the king of all the Vaishnavas.
And so he has extended himself also into Lord Nityananda.
So he has expanded himself also into Lord Nityananda,
Who is not different from Balaram.
who is non-different from Balaram.
And by his mercy, one can get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya.
And by his mercy, one can also get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya.
বলরাম বিনা অন্য চৈতন্যের দণ্ড ভাঙিবারে পারে হেন কে আছে প্রচন্ড।
Allah, the Lord Balaram is strong enough to break
Who other than Lord Balaram is strong enough to break
Lord Chaitanya's sannyas danda.
Lord Chaitanya's sannyasa danda?
সকল বুঝাই ছলে শ্রী গৌর সুন্দরে যে জানায় মর্ম সেই জন সুখে তরে।
Lord Sri Gaurasundar had taught everyone
Lord Sri Gaur Sundar had taught everyone
by this pretext.
by this pretext.
Anyone who understands the secret of this pastime
Anyone who understands the secret of this pastime,
that person is happily delivered.
that person is happily delivered.
We heard Lord Nityananda, the Akadanda was broken into three and became a Tridandi.
So as we heard from Lord Nityananda, that Ekadhanda was broken into three and it became a Tridhandi.
And that is the sannyas recommended for Vaishnavas.
And that is the sannyas recommended for the Vaishnavas.
Tridandi sannyas.
Tridhandi sannyasa.
I had the very good fortune of accepting the Tridandi sannyas initiation from His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada,
I
in
had
1970.
the good fortune of accepting the Tridhandi sannyas from His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada in 1970. Haribo! Jai Shila Prabhupada! Jai Shila Guru Maharaj!
জগদানন্দের প্রত্যাগমন ও ভঙ্গ দণ্ড দর্শনে বিস্ময় চিন্তা ও জিজ্ঞাসা। দণ্ড ভাঙি নিত্যানন্দ আছেন বসিয়া ক্ষণেকে জগদানন্দ মিলিলা আসিয়া।
Breaking the danda, Lord Nityananda, he was there sitting.
So after breaking the danda, Lord Nityananda, he was there sitting.
Shortly thereafter, Jagananda Pandit returned and joined him.
Shortly thereafter, Jagadananda Pandit returned and joined him.
ভগ্ন দণ্ড দেখি মোয়া হইল বিস্মিত অন্তরে জগদানন্দ হইলা চিন্তিত।
Seeing the broken danda,
Seeing the broken danda,
Jagadananda Pandit was greatly astonished.
Jagadananda Pandit was greatly astonished.
And he felt apprehensive. He was worried internally at heart.
And he was worried internally at heart.
He was worried at heart.
He was worried at heart.
নিত্যানন্দের উত্তর বার্তা জিজ্ঞাসেন দণ্ড ভাঙিলে কে নিত্যানন্দ বলে দণ্ড ধরিলে যে।
So Jagadananda Pandit asked,
So Jagadananda Pandit asked,
who broke the danda?
who broke the danda?
Lord Nityananda replied,
Lord Nityananda replied,
he who held the danda.
he who held the danda.
আপনার দণ্ড প্রভু ভাঙিলা আপনে তার দণ্ড ভাঙিতে কে পারে অন্য জনে।
Lord Chaitanya broke his own sannyas danda.
Lord Chaitanya broke his own sannyas danda.
Who else is capable of breaking the danda.
Who else is capable of breaking the danda?
জগদানন্দ কর্তৃক প্রভুর নিকট ভগ্ন দণ্ড আনায়ন শুনি বিপ্র আর না করিলা প্রত্যুত্তর ভাঙ্গা দণ্ড লই মাত্র চলিলা সত্তর
Hearing this, Jagadananda Pandit
Hearing this, Jagadananda Pandit
did not reply anything.
he did not reply anything.
He took the broken danda and quickly left.
He took the broken danda and quickly left.
সর্বজ্ঞ প্রভুর দণ্ড ভঙ্গের কারণ জিজ্ঞাসা লীলা বসিয়া আছেন যথা শ্রী গৌর সুন্দর ভাঙা দণ্ড ফেলি দিল প্রভুর গোচর
While Lord Sri was sitting,
Where Lord Sri Gaurasundar was sitting,
Jagadananda Pandit
put the broken danda before the Lord.
Lord Gauranga was sitting and Jagadananda Pandit rightly placed or dropped the broken danda before the Lord.
Lord Gauranga was sitting and Jagadananda directly went to the place where the Lord was sitting and he dropped the broken danda before the Lord.
প্রভু বলে কহ দণ্ড ভাঙিল কেমনে পথে কিবা কন্দল করিলা কারো শনে
Lord Chaitanya said, tell me how this sannyas danda was broken.
Lord Chaitanya said, tell me how this sannyas danda was broken.
You have a fight with someone on the way?
Did you have a fight with someone on the way?
জগদানন্দ নিত্যানন্দ প্রভুর নাম উল্লেখ কহিলা জগদানন্দ পণ্ডিত সকল ভাঙিলেন দণ্ড নিত্যানন্দ সুবিহর
Jagadananda Pandit narrated the incident, entire incident.
Jagadananda Pandit narrated the entire incident.
Lord Nityananda, who was overwhelmed in ecstasy,
Lord Nityananda, who was overwhelmed in ecstasy,
broke the sannyas danda.
broke the sannyas danda.
ক্ষীর চুরি কথা সাক্ষী গোপাল বিবরণ নিত্যানন্দ কইল প্রভুর দণ্ড ভঞ্জন
From Nityananda Prabhu, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard the story of Kshirachuri Gopinath and the witness Gopal. Then Nityananda Prabhu broke the sannyas rod belonging to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. The Kshirachur Gopinath is situated in Remuna, about 5 miles away from Balasore station on the Northeastern Railway, formerly known as the Bengal Mayapur Railway. This station is situated a few miles from the famous Kharagpur Junction station. Some time ago, the head of the temple was Shyamsundar Adhikari of the Gopi Vallabhpur, which lies on the border of the district of Medinapur. Shyamsundar Adhikari, who was a descendant of Rasikananda Murari, the chief disciple of Shyamananda Goswami. A few miles before the Jagannath Puri station is a small station called Sakshi Gopal. Near this station is a village named Satyavadi, where the temple of Sakshi Gopal is situated.
About the distance between Ramana and Sakshi Gopal is considerable.
So the distance between Ramuna and Sakshi Gopal is considerable.
It's not entirely when the things happen
So,
and they will to twice.
so exactly when the things happen, it is difficult to say.
The Chaitanya Bhagavat gives one chronology and Chaitanya Charitamrita gives another.
The Chaitanya Bhagavat gives one chronology and the Chaitanya Charitamrita gives the other.
We generally accept Chaitanya Charitamrita as most authoritative.
We generally accept the Chaitanya Charitamrita as the most authoritative.
Be as it may, it's the fact that Lord Nityananda broke the sannyas danda.
Be as it may, it's the fact that Lord Nityananda broke the sannyas danda
Of Lord Chaitanya,
of Lord Chaitanya.
whether near Ramuna or near Jagannath
Whether near Ramuna or whether near Jagannath Puri.
ক্রুদ্ধ হইয়া একা গেলা জগন্নাথ দেখিতে দেখিয়া মূর্ছিত হইয়া পড়িলা ভূমিতে।
After his sannyas rod was broken by Nityananda Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu apparently became very angry and left his company to travel alone to the Jagannath temple. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu entered the Jagannath temple and saw Lord Jagannath, he immediately lost his senses and fell down on the ground. Hari bol, Hari bol.
কপোতেশ্বর দেখিতে গেলা ভক্তগণ সঙ্গে এথা নিত্যানন্দ প্রভু কইল দণ্ড ভঙ্গে তিন খণ্ড করি দণ্ড দিল ভাসাইয়া ভক্ত সঙ্গে আইলা প্রভু মহেশ দেখিয়া।
When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to the temple of Lord Shiva, known as Kopoteshwar, Nityananda Prabhu, who was keeping his sannyas stuff in custody, broke the stuff in 3 parts and threw it into the river Bargi Nadi. Later, the river became known as Dhandabhanga Nadi. The mystery of the sannyas danda stuff of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has been explained by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted the order of sannyas from a Mayavadi sannyasi. The Mayavadi sannyasis generally carry one staff or danda. Taking advantage of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's absence, Srila Nityananda Prabhu broke the staff into 3 parts and threw it into the river later known as the Dhandabhanga Nadi. In the sannyas order, there are 4 divisions: Kutichak, Bahudaka, Hamsa, and Paramahamsa. Only when the sannyasi remains on the Kutichak or Bahudaka platforms, he carry a staff. However, when one is elevated to the status of Hamsa or Paramahamsa, after touring and preaching the Bhakti cult, he must give up the sannyas staff. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is therefore it is said, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahe Anya. The 2 personalities, Srimati Radharani and Sri Krishna, are combined in the incarnation of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, considering Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to be an extraordinary person, Lord Nityananda Prabhu did not wait for the Paramahamsa stage. He reasoned that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is automatically on the Paramahamsa stage. Therefore, he does not need to carry the sannyas danda. This is the reason Sri Nityananda Prabhu broke the staff into 3 pieces and threw it into the water.
পুরীর মন্দির দেখিয়া কৃষ্ণ বিরহ কাতুর প্রভু নিত্য আবেশ জগন্নাথের দেওল দেখি আবিষ্ট হইলা দণ্ডবধ হইয়া প্রেমে নাচিতে লাগিলা।
After seeing the temple of Jagannath, from a distant place, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately became ecstatic. After offering obeisances to the temple, he began to dance in the ecstasy of love of God. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. The word Devula refers to the temple where the Supreme Personality of Godhead is situated. The present temple of Jagannath Puri was constructed by King Ananga Bhima. Historians say this temple must have been constructed at least 2000 years ago. During the time of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the small buildings surrounding the original temple had not been constructed, nor was the high platform in front of the temple present during the time of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
You see how Lord Chaitanya, from a great distance, he saw the Jagannath Puri temple.
So we can see how when Lord Chaitanya saw the Jagannath from the great distance, the Jagannath Puri temple,
On top of the temple is the Sudarshan Chakra.
on top of the temple is the Sudarshana Chakra.
As soon as he saw that, Lord Chaitanya offered his obeisances.
As soon as he saw that, Lord Chaitanya offered his obeisances.
Then he started to dance in ecstasy,
Then he started to dance in ecstasy,
chanting the holy name.
chanting the holy names.
ভক্তগণ আবিষ্ট হইয়া সবে নাচে গায় প্রেমাবেশে প্রভু সঙ্গে রাজমার্গে যায়
All the devotees became ecstatic in the association of Lord Chaitanya and thus absorbed in love of God. They were dancing and singing while going along the main road.
This main road is still there between the Jagannath Puri temple and Udita.
This main road is still there between the Jagannath Puri temple and Gundicha.
That's the road on which the Rath Yatra proceeds every year.
That is the road on which the Rath Yatra proceeds every year.
So that is the road that Lord Chaitanya and his associates are chanting and dancing on.
That is the road where Lord Chaitanya and his associates were chanting and dancing,
Proceeding to the Jagannath Puri temple.
proceeding to the Jagannath Puri temple.
ভক্তগণ আবিষ্ট হইয়া সবে নাচে গায় প্রেমাবেশে প্রভু সঙ্গে রাজমার্গে যায় হাসে কান্দে নাচে প্রভু হুঙ্কার গর্জন তিন ক্রোশ পথ হইল সহস্র যোজন
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu laughed, cried, danced, and made many ecstatic vibrations and sounds. Although the temple was only 6 miles away, to him the distance seemed thousands of miles. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in ecstasy, he considered one moment to last as long as 12 years. After seeing the Lord Jagannath temple from a distant place, the Lord became so ecstatic that he considered the 6-mile path many thousands of miles long.
Lord Chaitanya was so eager to see Lord Jagannath
Lord Chaitanya was so eager to see Lord Jagannath
that even a 6-mile distance seemed like thousands of miles.
even a 6-mile distance seems to be like thousands of miles.
18 নালা আসিয়া প্রভুর বাহ্যদশা ও নিজ দণ্ড যাচ্ছা চলিতে চলিতে প্রভু আইলা 18 নালা তাহা আসি প্রভু কিছু বাহ্য প্রকাশিলা
Thus, walking and walking, the Lord eventually arrived at the place known as Athara Nala. Arriving there, he expressed his external consciousness, speaking to Sri Nityananda Prabhu, purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. At the entrance of Jagannath Puri is a bridge with 18 arches called Athara Nala. Athara means 18.
That bridge is still there.
That bridge is still there.
নিত্যানন্দ কহে প্রভু দেহ মোর দণ্ড নিত্যানন্দ বলে দণ্ড হইল তিন খণ্ড
When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had thus regained external consciousness, he asked Nityananda Prabhu, "Please retain my staff." Nityananda Prabhu then replied, it has been broken into three parts.
নিতাইর চাতুর্য ও দণ্ডভঙ্গ বার্তা নিবেদন প্রেমাবেশে পড়িলা তুমি তোমারে ধরিন তোমার সহ সেই দণ্ড উপরে পড়িন
Nityananda Prabhu said, "When you fell down in ecstasy, I caught you, but both of us together fell upon the staff."
দুইজনার ভরে দণ্ড খণ্ড খণ্ড হইল সেই দণ্ড কাহা পড়িল কিছু না জানিল
Thus, the staff broke under our weight. Where the pieces have gone, I cannot say.
This was the response that Lord Nityananda gave to Lord Chaitanya.
So, this was the response that Lord Nityananda gave to Lord Chaitanya.
মোর অপরাধে তোমার দণ্ড হইল খণ্ড যে উচিত হয় মোর কর তাহা দণ্ড
It is certainly because of my offense that your staff was broken. Now you can punish me on this account as you think proper.
শুনি কিছু মহাপ্রভু দুঃখ প্রকাশিলা ঈষৎ ক্রোধ করি কিছু কহিতে লাগিলা
After hearing the story about how his staff had been broken, the Lord expressed a little sadness and displaying a bit of anger, he began to speak as follows, purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Sri Nityananda Prabhu considered Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's acceptance of sannyas to be useless. He therefore relieved the Lord of the trouble of carrying the staff. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu expressed anger because he wanted to teach all other sannyasis that they should not give up the staff before attaining the platform of Paramahamsa. Seeing that the regulative principles could be slackened by such action, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to carry the staff personally. However, Nityananda broke it. For this reason, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu displayed a little anger. It is said in the Bhagavad Gita, "Yat yat acharati shreshtas tat tat eve tarojanaha." Whatever great people do, others follow. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to follow the Vedic principles strictly in order to save inexperienced neophytes who try to imitate Paramahamsas.
Now, Lord Chaitanya was teaching by his example,
So Lord Chaitanya was teaching by his example,
and he wanted to give this example to the neophytes who accepted sannyas.
so he wanted to give his example to the neophytes who have accepted sannyas,
They should carry the danda. They should carry the sannyas danda
that they should carry their sannyas danda
until they reach the stage of Paramahamsa.
until they reach the stage of Paramahamsa.
So since the danda was broken without his permission,
So since the danda was broken without his permission,
he expressed some anger. So that way, he could teach others.
he expressed some anger, so in that way he can teach others.
প্রভুর অনুযোগ ও নিঃসঙ্গ হইয়া জগন্নাথ দর্শনে ইচ্ছা প্রকাশ নীলাচলে আসিমর সবে হিত কইলা সবে দণ্ডধন ছিল তাহা না রাখিলা
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, You have all benefited me by bringing me to Nilachala. However, my only possession was that one stove, and you have not kept it.
তুমি সব আগে যাও ঈশ্বর দেখিতে, কিবা আমি আগে যাই না যাও সহিতে।
So, all of you should go before or behind me to see Lord Jagannath. I shall not go with you.
মুকুন্দের প্রভুকে অগ্রে গমনে অনুরোধ। মুকুন্দ দত্ত কহে, প্রভু তুমি যাও আগে, আমি সব পাছে যাব, না যাব তোমার সঙ্গে।
Mukunda Datta told Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, "My Lord, you should go ahead and allow all the others to follow. We shall not go with you."
Mukunda Datta expressed his the culpability of all the devotees.
So Mukunda Datta expressed the incapability of all the devotees
And requested the Lord to go ahead.
and requested the Lord to go ahead
They would follow behind.
and they will follow behind.
দুই প্রভুর ভাব অচিন্ত। এত শুনি প্রভু আগে চলিলা শীঘ্র গতি, বুঝিতে না পারে কেহ দুই প্রভুর মতি।
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then began to walk very swiftly before all the other devotees. No one could understand the real purpose of the two lords, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu.
Here we understand how Lord Nityananda, he wanted to free the Lord from the burden of carrying the danda.
So here we can understand how Lord Nityananda, he wanted to free the Lord from the burden of carrying the danda.
At the same time, he broke the danda into three parts,
At the same time, he broke the danda into three parts
creating a tridandi.
and creating a tridhandi.
And Lord Chaitanya, he also expressed some anger, dissatisfaction that his danda was broken.
So Lord Chaitanya, he expressed some anger and dissatisfaction that his sannyas danda was broken,
To teach others that they should follow the system of sannyas, carry danda.
to teach others that they should follow the system of sannyas to carry the danda.
We know that these reasons are there,
So we know that these reasons are there,
but there may be more reasons.
but there may be more reasons.
Anyway, what Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda do is completely inconceivable.
Anyway, what Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda do, it's completely inconceivable
Ordinary entities.
for all the ordinary living entities.
ইহ ইহ কেনে দণ্ড ভাঙে, তেহ কেনে ভাঙায়, ভাঙাইয়া ক্রোধে তেহ ইহাকে দোষায়।
The devotees could not understand why Nityananda Prabhu broke the staff, why Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu permitted him to do so, or why after permitting him, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became angry.
উভয়ে অভেদ দর্শনকারী ভক্তই এই লীলা বুঝিতে সমর্থ। দণ্ড ভঙ্গ লীলায় পরম গম্ভীর, সেই বুঝে দোহার পদে যার ভক্তি ধীর।
The pastime of breaking the staff is very deep. Only one whose devotion is fixed upon the lotus feet of the two lords can understand it. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. One who understands Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu in reality can understand their identity as well as the breaking of the staff. All the previous acharyas being induced to engage themselves fully in the service of the Lord gave up attachment for material life and thus accepted the stuff, which signifies
not
full
staff.
staff. Okay. Sorry, Guru Maharaj.
Uh,
Staff, which signifies full engagement of the mind, speech, and body in the service of the Lord. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted the regulative principles of the renounced order of life. That is completely clear. However, in the Paramahamsa stage, there is no need to accept a dhanda, staff. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was certainly in the Paramahamsa stage. Nonetheless, to indicate that everyone should take sannyas at the end of life in order to engage fully in the service of the Lord, even Paramahamsas like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his confidential devotees follow the regulative principles unfailingly. Indeed, that was his purpose. Nityananda Prabhu, who was his eternal servitor, believed that there was no need for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to carry the staff and to declare to the world that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was above all regulations. He broke it into three pieces. This pastime is known as Dhanda Bhanga Leela, is thus explained by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
so this pastime of the breaking of the danda is very confidential.
So this pastime of breaking of the danda is very confidential,
And there are many things to be learned.
and there are many things to be learned.
The importance of the Vaishnava Tridandi Sannyas,
The importance of the Vaishnava Tridhandi Sannyas,
the actual position of Lord Chaitanya as the Supreme Personality of Godhead as devotee,
and the actual position of Lord Chaitanya as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as his own devotee,
and Mahaprabhu, he was teaching by his example.
as Mahaprabhu, he was teaching by his own example.
So, in this way, many things in this pastime.
So, in this way, there are many things in this pastime.
So, and Lord Chaitanya, he went ahead of all his devotees and entered into the Jagannath Puri temple.
And Lord Chaitanya, he went ahead of all his devotees and entered into the Jagannath Puri temple.
But there's some other details of his journey to Jagannath Puri.
But there are some other details of his journey to the Jagannath Puri.
Like he heard the pastime of the Kirchar Gopinath,
Like he heard the pastime of the Kirichor Gopinath
and the Sakshi Gopal.
and the Sakshi Gopal.
That was not mentioned here.
But that was not mentioned here.
It was mentioned, but it was not detailed.
Anyway, it was mentioned but not in detail.
So maybe those things can also be given in detail.
So maybe those things will be given in detail, often given in detail.
So we see how Lord Chaitanya is very excited to enter the temple of Lord Jagannath.
So we see how Lord Chaitanya was very ecstatic to enter into the temple of Lord Jagannath.
I had a great good fortune. I became a devotee serving Lord Jagannath.
I had the great fortune that I became a devotee by serving Lord Jagannath.
In 1968 in San Francisco,
In 1968 in San Francisco,
I was helping Jayananda Prabhu
I was helping Jayananda Prabhu
to build the Rath cart
to build the Rath cart
for Lord Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra.
for Lord Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra.
And on the day of the Rath Yatra, I decided to shave the hair off.
And on the day of Rath Yatra, I decided to shave the hair off. Haribol! Jai Guru Maharaj!
And practice rubber dry life.
and practice the brahmacharya life.
Haribol.
Haribol.
Anachara.
Thus ends the chapter. Nityananda Prabhu breaks the sannyas rod.
Do you like our ad-free videos? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.